Okay, we just left Silverton. Had a little mechanical difficulty with the camera, well, the tape actually, but it's working now. And we're headed up. Let's see, Silverton was about 9,000 feet. We're headed up to 11,000. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
And we're headed up to 11,000 feet to Red Mountain Pass on the way to Ouray. And apparently Red Mountain Pass is where the $1 Million Highway starts. Whatever that is at this point.
It's called Red Mountain because it's predominantly iron ore, and the mountain rusts and turns red.
Wow, really? You must have read the pamphlet. Is that Red Mountain there?
No.
No?
Red Mountain's on our right.
Oh.
Red Mountain Summit 500.
Oh, okay. On that side and then look over there and all the snow.
Still with the research chemist, he spent each day in a laboratory mixing up different formulas. But this time, he was certain things had gone wrong. What he'd mixed up.
Drug charges and for breaking into houses. National Guard
Okay. show what they're looking at.
They built this so the snow could run over the road. It's called a snow shed.
Pull our window down, please. Thank you. Water.
It's running alongside the road.
About 7,000 feet. Looks like a pleasant town. I could live here.
Lots of canyons this way.
No gift shop, no bathrooms, just a pretty waterfall. And Box Canyon. Richard, stop it! As I was saying. I think I'm through. We're in this Box Canyon Park. It's very pretty. Parts of the road are a little scary. It's not scary right here, but if I'm not paying attention, if he starts to gun the motor, it scares me a little. But it's real pretty. This is just outside of Ouray. landscape has really changed from where we were. Of course, where we were, a lot of it was covered with snow. There were all those trees too. But if it didn't have snow on it, maybe it would be a little more rocky too. But in the distance, it looked like it might be going to rain, but I don't know.
Hey, we're on the Silverton train and waiting with all these other people. We're leaving the station on time. We are at 454.7. And there's the sharp bend in the river channel. There's our motel over there. Back up the way, there was a windsock. Looks like a golf course fairway, but it's their landing strip. See, there's the hangar. That's international. Thought I was kidding. When they marked the deal with the black jugs, where you can see it or not. There's a glider. records. That was called Timber Resort. The only way in here is via helicopter and this train. They filmed several movies at this resort, one of which was Around the World in 80 Days. That's still on the golf course. Up there is Needleton Peak. These are the Needleton, West Needle Mountains. And that crest is called Mountain View Crest. Footbridge right here. The other one on Parker Mountain. It's been cratered. That was a Needle Creek Canyon. Silverton. Yeah. There's the engine tender. First car, second car, third car, that's the one we're on. Fourth car, fifth car, and so on. Quite a long train, as you can see. They've blown the whistle to get on, so that's over. And we're going by the depot here at Rexton. There's the depot. They don't use it anymore. It's like a museum. Here's the baby box car. Very interesting. See what's here. No, you gotta take it back. That one was correct. Not enough. They want to know how much you're worth. I told them not enough. Big waterfall coming up.
Lean on me if you have to. thought how you say it. There's no T in that word.
Cliff?
Cliff. Richard wanted me to film the Purple Mountain Majesties and Fruited Plains cliff. Can I pull the view thing out because it's all blurry or not?
Is it running?
Yeah. Ah, better. Anyway, we're in New Mexico now. We just came from Chama a little while back.
Over on the right.
Right. And we're on our way to
Now over on the left.
checking to see if I know the direction. Left, right, left. Anyway, we're gonna go through Santa Fe and try to make it to Carlsbad. So we'll see. What a beaut. I don't think I'm getting enough air. Oxygen, I don't know.
Over to the right is a beautiful lake, but it's not there now.
Is gonna be any more? This road's a bit rough.
Now that's a rock.
Yep. Very pretty rock.
Going through New Mexico, we've been going through this kind of stuff for miles, and there's an exciting intersection coming up. I thought you'd all want to see it.
Which intersection is
It is a junction of New Mexico State Road 20. In celebration of that, I'm going to slow down to 55. That road goes to Fort Sumner. Roswell is 37 miles.
about 20 minutes?
Here's Richard cleaning the car in Roswell. He's taking very good care of the car. Because I told him when he got it, I didn't want it dirty. So he takes it to extremes. Not really. Doing okay?
Hi.
Yep. Ready to go see the UFOs? The bodies?
This used to be the Air Force Base, Roswell Air Force Base, where they took the UFO that crashed here in 1947. And they took it to Hangar 84. And Hangar 18 comes in because apparently that's where they took it after it left here.
In Ohio.
Yeah. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. That one over there, right? Yeah. But now this is like air industrial stuff. But that over there is where it went in the beginning. Roswell's a nice clean town. I like it. It's hot today. Must be 90.
There's our ranger. It's come give us a talk. See, he's got a little something on his wrist. That's a natural entrance. Here at Carlsbad Cavern.
all the aisles and stairways clear. You'd be surprised, we do have accidents here. I, or my law enforcement, or my EMT needs to get to somebody, we need to get to move quick back. Please, at all times, do not come up on this wall. You'd be surprised how many people have gone over the side. I don't want you getting hurt, don't want you to hurt the cactus or the rocks. Oh, I'm serious. Also, please do not get up beyond the chains. There's some reserved seating up there, some VIPs at the Park Service, namely scorpions, green-tailed cats, rattlesnakes, and they have priority. So please, don't go across the barriers. Tonight, when you leave out of here, there are several things I ask you. Please remain within the speed limit. There's only one area that is allowed to pass. That's 5 miles from here. Please beware. There are certain things out there such as raccoons, skunks, deer, mountain lions that do have a habit of crossing over that road. So the top speed limit on the park is 40 miles an hour. Try not to get hurt. I want to find, I leave out here driving home tonight, I want to find you off in the bar you can say down. Any questions we can help you at this time? Okay, you're in my hands. I had to say it in mine. I'm in control. Who do you think discovered this little hole in the ground? Indians, no. Jim White, no. The bats. The bats. Samples we took of the guano data back over 18,000 years. So we know they've been hanging around long before the caveman came upon the scene. More recent, perhaps 8 to 10,000 years ago, prehistoric man knew the entrance. They left behind cooking pits down here, up above. There's paintings on the wall. As far as we know, they never entered the cave. They used it for shelter, for hot weather and cold weather. More recent, historical-wise, a gentleman said, I've been Summit. In the year our Lord 1883 discovered the cave. After he rode up on a mule, got out to the rope, worked himself down that funnel as you probably did or will tomorrow, and lowered 70 feet over the side his 12-year-old son. Was he a brave man or was he pretty smart? You ever thought about doing that to one of your kids? I had a couple I thought about doing it to you. How old are you, son? 12. Where's your dad? Can you imagine Dad tying a rope around you and going over and say, bye, boy? You holding on, kicking your feet, screaming, perhaps, Dad, don't do this to me. And I'll take care of the chickens and goats. And as far as he went, of course, he ever called the Twilight Zone. More recent, almost 100 years ago, evidence has shown up saying J. White, 1898. At that time, 16 years of age, illiterate, third-grade education from Mason County, Texas. Working on a ranch, which was nothing in common. He started when he was 10 years of age. But of course, appeared to be smoke, turned out to be what? The bats. Rolled up, sat down, banged his feet over the side, and about that time, something snuck up from behind and bit him. He bit him so hard that he was never shaken off the bite until he died in 1946. It was strictly the cave bug. And then injecting him with a cave hunting virus that was outlandish. Came back a few days later, rope, wire, hatchet, cut limbs off juniper trees, fashioned them a ladder. Went in, but he had for a source of light was an improvised coffee pot full of kerosene. He went straight back as far as daylight would take it. And all of a sudden he noticed the rocks were no longer hard. They became softer, squishier, smellier, and stuff was falling on his head. Where do you think he was? The back cave. And he said at that time, I raised my lantern towards the ceiling, and looking back at me was approximately 20 million eyes. Wow! I would love to see that. Estimated at the turn of the century there's perhaps 8 to 10 million bats here. If we start out this spring, this summer, tonight, with 500,000, we consider ourselves quite fortunate. Throughout the world, there are over 900 different species of bats. Would you believe there's a bat that has a wingspan of 5 to 6 foot? Wow. Never seen that movie, Indiana Jones? Mm-hmm. What kind of bat was it? No. not afraid. They're free bat, and all they eat is overripe fruit. Would you believe there was a bat that would be about the size of my thumb now? And it eats nothing but pollen. What comes to mind when you hear the word bat? What do you think of?
Vampire.
Vampire, get out of here. Is there such a thing as a vampire?
Bat?
Yes, ma'am, you sure is. There's 3 different species. They don't live at Carlsbad or in Transylvania. They live in parts of Mexico, South America. And they are capable of landing. And they can stalk their victim. And when they strike so fast and the teeth are so sharp, the victim really knows they've been bit. It makes marks like little wounds, and the blood just oozes out of there. You take a stone, shit, consume maybe a teaspoon, tablespoon, get a belly full, and fly away. What would you think the most logical place it would fight a human? You've been watching Split Brown and Ghost movies. And you can. So if you're in parts of the country where there are vampire bats, you're camping out and sleep up that tent, or you're in a hotel, close the window. The bad record, what we'll see here tonight, is known as the Mexican free-tail bat. Wingspan, 9 to 11 inches. Mass of your thumb. Body, about that size. As an adult, will weigh 1/2 ounce. Generally by Halloween night, they pack bags up, passports are stamped, they tell the reindeer adios. And you're off to Mexico for the winter. Generally around December, January, somewhere in that area, the females become pregnant. Generally Mount Arcos, mates, pack their bags, tell their husbands adios, they come back here. At that time, that area called Bat Cave is no longer known as Bat Cave. We call it the largest maternity ward in southeast New Mexico. They gave birth to 1 a year, live birth, called a pup. How much does mom weigh? 1/2 ounce. Can you imagine this spectacular feat? She's giving birth to me 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 of her weight. So imagine you giving birth to a child weighing 30, 40 pounds, hanging upside down. Generally, after 5 to 6 weeks, that young one's on its own. As we say, it's a do-or-die process. They have to fly in the first go-round. If they don't, they hit the guano pile below, and if they're not killed or crippled, and they're capable of crawling back up, they have a chance to survive. They'll come flying out with about 25 miles an hour, circling up to get above the entrance. When they get above there, they're going to have to kick in the afterburners. They've been clocked at 60 miles an hour at altitudes of 10,000 feet. Normally when they come out, it's either that way towards the Pecos River, that way towards Black River, and tonight they come out and they head towards Del City. That way when you look up, don't be they'll fly with about 25, 30 mile radius, perhaps get a belly full, hang upside down, digest it, eat some more, and come back to the cave. Throughout the years being here, they left behind a byproduct, and what was that? Guano. Well, between 1901 and 1921, they took out of here approximately 100,000 tons and shipped it out to the great state of California. They'll buy anything out there one day. Sometimes, instead of bringing it out this way, a lot of breakdown, time costing. So they went ahead and sunk a shaft back to about 300 yards, right over where the bats were. It caused a lot of problems. They need the dome rooms. Congregate 200, 300 bats per square to raise the temperatures up to 90-degree level. Would you prefer to give birth where it's 56 for a nice 90-degree temperature? So in doing that, they blew a hole in the bedroom. They went to other parts of the cave. It wasn't until the mid-1980s the Park Service got smart. They plugged up the hole, and the bats finally returned after almost 100 years. How spectacular. Any questions we can help you with about bats? Any questions?
You say which way
Did you know
They may go that way.
Went to war for
Go
you.
that way. And they go this way.
Went to war. 3 different times. Bats went to war. One, Civil War. And the last big one is World War II. Right after the outbreak, a certain gentleman sat up in the rocks, saw the bats fly. You can see the fantastic idea to end war and save lives on both sides. His idea was so great that Franklin Delano Roosevelt caught the idea. It was called Project X-Ray. His idea was to capture the bats, put them into hibernation, attach them incendiary bonds, take them up in a plane, special bomb, parachute, would open up, the bats would come out of hibernation, fly down on the buildings, create a lot of problems. They tried several experiments. The first time they ran it, a cloud bat, it went pretty good. The next time they ran it, it went real good. It burned down the air base. The big Wilson Washington were in, they had a great idea about while we're here, let's take pictures. The bats woke up and away they flew. What do you think the first thing that burned up? You needed to fight a fire.
Fire station?
The water tower. Barracks, completely destroyed. And the killer of all, the general's private automobile. Project X-Ray. It's been semi-declassified. Any questions we can help you with at the time? Yes, ma'am. About that big. Also, if and when they do fly tonight, like I said, please remain seated, and no flash photography is permitted. None whatsoever. Any other questions?
Flash if I push it. Mine's only flash if I push that, so don't push that.
Push
You
what?
betcha.
Don't.
Still big hole in the brain.
No,
Yeah. Same thing when prehistoric man was here. Same thing.
That's only
Anything
an
else?
indicator. You'll have to put your...
What do these bats feed off?
you have to
I wish there would have been enough to eat all these gnats flying around.
get it wired.
Gnats, mosquitoes, moths.
There's a bunch of them down there. You see them? Maybe you'll see them on the film.
I think so. It picks up a lot more on it.
Can you see them? Camera's picking them up pretty good. I mean, all they look like is black spots running across the screen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where you focused at?
Kind of right over there. How much do you want to record?
How do you think you got enough of it to hold this one?
Well, they're still coming.
Mm-hmm.
Wobbly Creek, headed to Texas. No, we're in Texas. Headed to Fort Davis, actually, from Carlsbad. And we're on this road that goes to McKittrick Canyon. Had to do this before, so Richard was kind enough to stop. I begged, didn't I? If not for him, I wouldn't have stopped because he said that y'all go there, me and Mike, and I said, well, no, because it was getting late in the day, and he says, well, you want to go? And I said, yeah, but we have to. So we turned around, so here we are. The main highway, we didn't see the canyon because you have to hike to see the canyon. That's probably why Mike and I didn't come down here, now that I think about it. There is a butte or mesa out there. We're out in the middle of nowhere, basically, on our way to Van Horn.
It'll take a dramatic turn for the worse. Anyway, it's good to have you with us. Monday, there's so much to talk about, but so little time to do about sports radio being so negative, and all we do is bitch and moan about this or that, and it kind of bothers me. And that's why on this program we try and do something. We want to reward excellence. We want to.
On the way to Fort Davis, we just left I-10. And And this is a road that I haven't taken before because we're coming in from the west instead of the east. So that's pretty exciting. He's over there on that mountain. There's a tree. I thought it was on the other side, you know. It's gonna make a big curve.
I think you go up on the other side.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Rushing it along in the wind, out there only trenches been burning both into the night. Rushing it along in the wind, out there only trenches been burning both into the night.
Walk down the road.
Out for a jog. I think it's a hike and bike path. Cool. Hi, cows.
You want that one?
Yeah.
Well, you can.
Why?
Stomp the car. Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Well, hopefully.
Here's carrot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, carrots. You gonna eat it?
I don't know.
Good for you. Should I draw another?
Yeah, they ate it. Yep.
I'm glad you like carrots. Turn off the car.
Now hold one out the window and see if they'll come get it.
Okay. Wish they were long carrots.
They're gonna be. We're gonna have to go.
I'll get what I get. Come around and stand out by the... Well,
Still going?
yeah. See, I can't really tell where I'm aiming.
It doesn't matter. Just put it rested on the car.
How's that?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
It'll get it all over.
Mm-hmm.
They usually get 2 small ones and then a big one. A little one. I still got it in a good spot.
Prospect of sea broadcast line and
Can you still see through the viewfinder?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Hmm?
It's so close encounters, you know? I know it's only lightning. So much lightning and no thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, it was thundering a little bit, but...
Oh, man. How much of this do you want?
I don't know. Just a little bit more. After one of those really big ones. People pay money to go see light shows.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat this.
There's your big one. I think it may have run out of tape. Let me see.
Oh, ow. That's enough. I'll go sit on the porch and watch it.
Okay.
What?
I just wanted to know if it was filming yet, and it wasn't, so. Now it is. We're here at the Indian Lodge in Fort Davis. And I wanted to film out here and listen to these birds. That's Stevie's hill that he climbed. The weather is just perfect. Those loud birds have kind of moved. You can still hear them. Thought it was interesting that the furniture in this room was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in 1933. And these beds are tall, you know. I don't know if you can appreciate the woodwork, but maybe over on the chairs. Have a little dining table. Anyway, there's a cool, sturdy coffee table. There's Dad over there.
But apparently it was something that I did that almost everyone in the country wanted to do.
It's a neat room.
So I got lucky. I wasn't all that funny, I don't think, but I had the...
There's this big furry thing on the wall I would like to have. It's got these long furry things and feathers. I don't know what you call it. Indian hanging thing. Thought if I just panned, I might get some bird pictures. Ooh, what a nice breeze. I can't figure out if these are pictures done of this area or if they're just prints or whatnot. But I thought I'd get pictures of them. So close to that. Let's see what y'all could tell. There's a rug, a woven rug there on the wall. Nice rug. I think that's how I'll decorate, with rugs on the wall. And find me one of those things, whatever that thing is over there. That Indian feather furry hanging thing. Then we had a little fireplace, But there's a plant in it, which is probably the best thing to do with a fireplace is put plants in it. Then you don't ever have to clean it. Don't worry about fire. So it's a really nice room. Couch and tables and stuff. And like I said before, all the furniture was built by the CCC in 1930, 32 or 33, I kind of forget. But hang on a sec. See this chair. And I wanted to show you the front part. It's like, you know, turned a different way than a usual chair. So it's really, when you're sitting in the chair, if you sort of lean to the side or whatever, these chairs could easily tip over. I didn't tip it over, but I sure felt the capability. But they're really, really nice chairs. A lot of work went into them. Especially the big chair over here. Let's see, where was that I noticed? Oh, you know what? That carved part is underneath. Right on the side. Maybe you could see if I go over here. I know this seems kind of silly, but some guy somewhere put a lot of work into that chair. A lot of pride into that chair. So, anyway, I'm going to quit for now. We're fixing to check out and head for wherever. Here's the lodge from down the hill a ways. We're headed out, but I wanted to stop and get a view from here. Ooh, felt the raindrop. It's a little overcast today, so that makes it real comfortable. So, we'll hit the road. We're up here on the scenic overlook area. Huh? Where you going? Where does that go? Did you lock the car? Richard tells me the lodges are over there.
12 o'clock now.
Yep. We're still on the scenic drive, coming back down. Filming this rock wall. Be a real pleasant spot for a picnic. Some sound effects. Cow Daisy. Here, cow. Cow. Okay.
like, no, you're not the real thing.
Strange looking mountain. Yeah. No, it looks like a nipple.
We're at a roadside park that we've been at before. It's outside of Sheffield. Down below Sheffield. Yeah, Fort Lancaster. We're in downtown Luckenbach, Texas. There's a marker here. See if I can get close up. Well, tell me what it said. Post office was right over there. Over there. It closed down in 1971.
That's what it looks like. It says 1850, 1971.
Cool. This is a place I've never been before. Bye. Is there a creek or a river?
In the southwest creek. There's a Luckenbach sign right on to the right.
Yep.
Welcome to downtown Luckenbach. L-U-C-K-E-N-B-A-C-H. Established 1840. Population 3.
That's not true. There's more houses than that.
It's probably industrial zone.
Sing a song about my life.
Ranch Road 1, driving by the president's house.